I am a firefighter.
I'm a paramedic.
I am a train driver.
I'm a secondary art teacher.
I will be voting to strike for the pure and simple fact that enough is enough. Inflation, it's risen by 12%. They're offering us 5%. They're offering us a pay cut.
I believe it's one of the only ways to get the government to listen to some quite serious demands in terms of not just the pay aspect at all. It's about the safety of our patients and how much funding goes into the NHS, how much funding was promised on a big red bus that doesn't seem to have made its way down to us.
It's more about terms and conditions and the way we are treated and that impact on us as workers, but also in our communities.
The reality for firefighters in this climate is very much a case of struggling to fuel your car to get to work. I know firefighters going to food banks. We haven't got anything in our banks a week after payday. I can't afford to strike, but I can't afford not to strike.
I love teaching so much. I love working with young people. I was a youth worker before I was a teacher, but with the cost of living rising, it's really hard to justify why I'm doing this. Christmas, I had the Samaritans drop off a Christmas dinner at the house. They brought Christmas presents as well for the girls because they just didn't have anything. It was embarrassing. I remember them pulling into the street and it was like, oh God, the neighbours are going to see. But I had no other choice. It was either that or nothing. When you mentioned a food bank, it was a taboo thing. Now it's like, I'm just off to the food bank. Well, all right, see you later. It shouldn't be normalised.
My children are coming up and they just want to be children. It's quite difficult for me to tell them they can't have this and they can't have that. And see me struggling as somebody who proudly works for the underground for as long as I have.
I think media's perception is that we are putting people's lives in danger. We're not doing that. The government is doing that. They aren't putting the correct amount of finances into our sectors, which do save lives. Nurses are overworked. We're underpaid. Posters have got poor working conditions. These aren't just things that relate to each and every one of those. Those are across the board.
There's no chance during this strike that you will have ambulance crews just sat about and calls coming in saying that bad things are happening and the ambulance crew's going, oh, well, we're on strike. We won't be going to certain jobs that are lower down on the categories.
I fully support all my other industries and my comrades who are on strike. If we all stick together, we all fight together, we all win together.
I'm very hopeful. They can't not listen to millions of workers across the UK anymore.
Nobody joins the NHS to earn a big paycheck. It's all because we care. I'll always have hope because I work for an ambulance service and I work with the most amazing people that go out and do the most incredible stuff all the time.
The strike says, I'm not putting up with it, but also says we still love our jobs. I don't want the money to outweigh my love for teaching.